dress rehearsal is upon us in preseason week 3. Gentlemen, let's go around the table. Dan, what do you want to see from Fernando Mendoza against San Francisco tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to see him handle pressure better. Reality is he was not good against pressure last year in college football, even though he was the #1 pick. He has not been good in pressure against pressure in the preseason this year. You could be a good quarterback in the NFL if you're okay versus pressure. You can't be great. The Raiders took him to be great at #1. I just want to see him improve against the pressure.
That Raiders offensive line will be a storyline throughout the season. Harry Douglas, Cam Ward and the Titans facing Chicago on Saturday. What do we want to see from the second-year quarterback?
Well, this is the guy that the Tennessee Titans took #1 overall in the 2025 NFL draft. Better execution from the quarterback position and better chemistry with those wide receivers and also tight ends. You have some drops. You have some guys not on the same page as well. I want to see that better execution. This is a pivotal sophomore season, in my opinion, for Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee creating so little buzz this offseason. Granted, they're young. They're trying to build. They've got a new head coach, but they got to get things moving in a hurry with their young quarterback. Dante Whitner, Tua Tagovailoa is going to face the Dolphins this weekend. A huge revenge game. What do you want to see from the new Falcon?
Well, this is bigger than just another preseason game for Tua. I'm watching his confidence physically. We know what Tua can do when he's protected and he's comfortable. The anticipation, the accuracy, the rhythm, but it hasn't been a good summer for him. So we want to see him come out, sling the football around, play with extreme confidence, and push the football downfield.
Not exactly the most inspiring of quarterback battles that we have had this preseason, but still plenty of time. Adam Schefter, what's the latest on the quarterback battle in Atlanta?
Listen, I think they need to see Michael Penix and what he looks like healthy next week and to see how he responds to being back in practice. He hasn't gone through a full week of 11 on 11. They want to see how he feels leading up to the regular season opener. I think that might provide the key as to what they do early in the season. Again, it was a serious knee injury that he's coming back from, and they want to be comfortable that he's comfortable before they put him back out there. And Tua's played well this summer. He's had an uneven time there. Some moments that have been good, some moments not as good. Don't think that's an issue. I think they want to see how Michael Penix feels and then make a decision once that happens next week.
You actually spent a couple days at Falcons camp recently. What'd you see?
Well, see, #1, when you look at both of these quarterbacks, they're different type of QBs, in my opinion.
Very.
You have Michael Penix Jr., who has the physical traits, the arm talent. I was there the other day, and just 2 or 3 throws that I'm watching, I say to myself, there's only a handful of guys in the league that can actually make this throw. He gives them, in my opinion, the better upside from the quarterback position. But it's about getting more comfortable on 11-on-11 drills. He's only had 3 days like that. And for people who have not torn their ACL, they don't understand the decision, in my opinion, from head coach Kevin Stefanski not playing him. I tore my ACL in 2009. I know that mental hurdle, getting back accustomed to people being around your legs and your body, especially from the quarterback position. But what I did like what I've seen from Michael Penix Jr., when it was time to be instinctive on 11-on-11 drills, getting out the pocket, running around, still looking downfield to make throws, I was very encouraged by what I've seen the other day.
This is a critical time for Michael Penix.
It's huge. Is this quarterback competition and situation that different than now or the future than Cleveland? Because of injury, because of lack of ability being on the field, because of a little bit of unknown or kind of what we know with Tua, neither of those guys right now do we sit here and say, that's the future. Michael Penix, I guess, has a little bit of potential. Right. But the question I have, or like the unknown, is Atlanta going to trot out Michael Penix to start week 1? And the last time that he was on the field in a real game was when he suffered that injury, when he suffered that ACL injury. If I was Atlanta, I'd want to get him onto the field to experience hit, to experience movement, to experience bodies around him before I just let him go become the starting quarterback. There's a lot of head scratching that's going on at the position right now.
But that's why they're not putting him out there tonight.
But they're never going to be able to replicate it till the next time he's in a real game. Like if he starts week 3 or week 4, the first time he'll be back on the field will be the first time since he suffered that knee injury.
But they don't know that he's physically ready yet. That's the whole issue. You can't put him out there in a game if you don't know how the knee is responding.
So how will they figure that out?
Well, they're going to go by him, and they're going to go by what they see. That's the best they can do. You guys have been players. I haven't been. You would know that better, but they're not ready to put him out there just yet. And if you think about the early part of the season, look, every NFL defense poses its own challenges. But week 1 in Pittsburgh against a tough Steelers defense, that's not an ideal matchup. Now, I don't know what matchup you would have that you would say, well, that's an ideal matchup. to bring this guy back.
And
But that's not a great
schedule's
one.
tough to open the season.
But
3 or 4 on the road, and then it gets even tougher. Ravens, Bears, you don't even see the rest. There are a bunch of other head scratchers in there.
I would say this, though. I think Kevin Stefanski is making the right decision. Right? Your job as a head coach is to make sure that you put these guys in the best position to be successful. I don't think that's the right decision to put him out there in a preseason game when he's only had 3 practices doing 11-on-11 drills.
Oh, I don't disagree
That's
with
why
that.
I'm a fan of him not playing in this last preseason game versus the Miami Dolphins.
Dante Winter, get in here. You've roamed the secondary for a long time at a very high level. Which of these guys would you rather see?
I would rather see Michael Penix. If he's cleared and the doctors cleared him, I'm putting Michael Penix on the field. The rust I can deal with. The rust I can live with. But I cannot just concede the job to Tua just because Michael Penix has missed August football. Tua has not made this easy for anyone. If he would go out there and play, push the ball downfield, didn't look as bad as he did, I would go with Tua Tagovailoa. But now I have to say, if Michael Penix is cleared, if he can handle the workload, if he can show me that he can handle the protections throughout the week, I'm putting Michael Penix out there as a full-time starter.
I mean, you couldn't ask for a better situation. It was a one-man battle. It was there for you to take the reps and win the job. So,
And I think this is why I say the future. How good, whoever the guy is, I think it's more than likely both of them are going to start at some point this year. How good does either of them have to be for Matt Ryan and Kevin Stefanski at the end of this year to go, you're the guy for the future?
I'll answer that. They have to be damn good. And here's why.
Correct.
When you pay Bijan Robinson the way you're paying him, when you pay Drake London, you pay Kyle Pitts, think about all the 3 guys I just mentioned. Atlanta hasn't played in a playoff game with those 3 guys on their roster.
Wild.
So you don't have time to be waiting for these guys. So you have to be damn good right now in Atlanta.
And this will be true for Atlanta and Cleveland and the Jets and any organization with a quarterback question. We're also coming up on a draft that should be incredibly deep at quarterback, and there's going to be a lot of quarterback conversations between now and the draft in 2027.
absolutely correct. Let's let that lie there for now. Time to run the hurry up with Adam Schefter. The NFL made a long-awaited announcement yesterday about the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, they eliminated the Pro Bowl. Again, I think some people feel like it's already been eliminated. The Pro Bowl games, let me update. The Pro Bowl was eliminated. Now the Pro Bowl games are gone, and the NFL wants to celebrate the honor of being a Pro Bowl selection, but there will be no more games, no more flag football, the likes of which we've seen in recent years.
The NFL also announced a new suspension policy. What can you tell us about that?
Well, this is interesting where essentially there are 5 violations that if you commit 3 of them, you would be suspended. The areas are a hip drop tackle, a horse collar tackle, launching, hitting on a defensive player, a blindside block. I know I heard from a number of people around the league saying, what is this? Where basically they don't even have the use of a helmet as a force in this particular case, where that would be one of the most penalized acts. And then they also are offering a player refund if you only have one of these in a certain area. So they're incentivizing you to try to play smarter and safer, if that's even possible. But I can tell you, there are a lot of people that were scratching their heads around the league yesterday based on the text I got.
You might be the best one to talk to about this. When you played, your nickname was Hitner.
Yeah.
I mean, based on what it's like now, based on what it was like back then, what
brush
would,
over that,
like,
Joe.
what would your mindset be like if you were playing now?
Well, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to protect the players, but we're asking the defenders to make split-second decisions in a split second. And what it can do is you can make mistakes. You can cause injury to defenders. When I think about the way that I was thinking during that hit right there, I was mentally insane. I watch football games nowadays, and I say, I cannot believe that I did that for a living. And when I was on the field, all I thought about was seeking and destroying. I didn't think about harming myself. I didn't think about harming other players. I wasn't thinking about where my helmet was, if my shoulder was in the proper place. I was just thinking run full speed and dislodge the offender from the football, which we did right there. So I don't know if you can separate the guys who are just playing flat out football, 100 miles per hour, from the other guys that are intentionally trying to hurt players.
Well, the instincts are part of what make you great at playing that position. Full disclosure, I lost a lot of money on that game. And that hit
As
was
you
the play
should.
where I realized early I was like, I am in big trouble. They didn't catch that in. I'm like, we're on to the 4 o'clock wave of games. You were on the wrong end of one of his shots.
So here's 2 plays. I remember in the NFC Championship game, both of them happened there. I was in a condensed split. You was about 8-9 yards down. I had to block you in the box. You come in full speed, and I said, as you was running downhill, there's no way I could stand straight up and block him, so I couldn't block you.
Yeah.
And then he got me back a few plays later. I'm running a deep crosser, and I'm talking about just hit me hard as hell.
Yeah, by
And
the
I
way,
said,
that was dirty, by the way.